This is Gabriel Gonzalez for Cageside Press here with the former UFC heavyweight champion, now looking to win a title in Gamebred FC, Junior dos Santos. Junior, first off, obviously the fight this Saturday. How are you feeling, sir?
I'm feeling great. Good to be talking with you. Again, and I'm looking forward to the fight. I did a great training camp. I'm feeling good, and I can't wait. To have that world title around my waist. On Saturday.
So we spoke last year in Las Vegas before your fight, your rematch with Fabricio Verdum, and hearing about it, no first time not the gloves, first time, and I think in a long time hitting anybody without gloves. Can you talk about that experience? What was it really like when you went out there and you were competing, and the different feeling without the protection on your hands?
That was a very good experience, actually. I felt good, and I saw that we fighters respect much more the punches. The punches have a much more power against against you. So it was a very good experience. The guys, once the guy is getting hit with a few punches, he doesn't want to get hit anymore because it's painful and open cuts on your face and things like that. And also the guy who's hitting the other one, he cannot put like 100% power on the punches because you can break your hands as well. The gloves are there to protect your hands, not the face of the opponent. So that was a very interesting and like the thing as it really is. So it was a good experience, and I felt good about the fight because I don't like to be a easy target, so I'm moving all the time, using my footwork and things like that. And for me, it worked very well on that fight, and I felt, to tell you the truth, I felt like home. And that's the kind of fight that's the kind of challenge that really excites me, and that's the type of feeling I'm bringing to this next fight now.
I mean, I do want to ask you about that, the layoff, the shoulder injury, and everything else. I mean, I think there are fans who saw that and they're like, oh, you've been one of the favorites for so long, and fans are like, oh, I hope this isn't the end for Junior, things like that. I'm sure people told you this. For yourself, haven't gotten to compete again. I mean, what do you see this next chapter looking like with Gamebred and maybe possibly competing later?
Well, I see. I got all my faith renewed on my last fight. I was kind of finding myself again because I was completely lost. That's the truth. All the negative results I was having before. I was trying to be that good employee all the time. Trying to follow the instructions. And to represent very well all the time, not saying no for anything. And that's not the way things needs to happen, especially at this time, in my career. And actually in anyone career, there's some moments you gotta understand that you need to say no for a few things, to take your time to work better, especially on your psychological. The psychological part of the game, for me, it's the heaviest one. And I was completely lost. Like I said, I was just pushing forward, trying to fix things. And in truth, I was accumulating things, the broken things. So that was a kind of a mistake. And the time I was able to stay with myself, to work, and to the people I was able to have on my surroundings. That was God speaking with me again, and telling me that I should calm down and take my time. And so that's what I did. I took a good time with myself and with the important people for me, and I was able to kind of realize, how I should proceed forward, and to explain the situation better. I'll say, like, in my last fight was the first fight in my whole career I fought only my opponent. I didn't fight myself before, because all the time at the beginning, a friend of mine explained that very well to me. He said, at the beginning of my career, I was there to win, and like, I gotta win, I gotta win, I gotta win. I was there like this, you know. So, but with that, there is a lot of anxiety. A lot, like, you're very nervous. You're not comfortable. And then on the like on afterwards in my career, the end of my career in the UFC and things like that, I was there to not lose. I cannot lose. I cannot lose. Same thing again. A lot of anxiety, very nervous all the time, not comfortable. And for the first time, my last fight in the first fight in Gamebred, my last fight with that was with Verdun. You know, I wasn't there to not lose. I wasn't there to just win. I was there to fight for the first time. I'm not, you know, I was telling myself, I gotta go there to show myself. I have a lot of guys that support me, that like me, that like my style of fighting. So I gotta be there to show myself, to represent them, all of them, in a good performance, and show my truth, what is really truth for me, you know. So I was able to really enjoy the fight, every moment of the fight, to think about everything what I was doing, and I was able to have a great victory. That's the same mentality that I'm carrying now for this next challenge.
Well, I got to say, listening to you, I'm excited and happy for you. I think a lot of fans are. We
Thank you.
know, how many fights you've given us over the years. And so that just really brings me to my next one. Winning this title against Alan Belcher, obviously your next challenge. He has more experience in the bare knuckle MMA. What have you made of his game and how different it is compared to his other fights when it was with the gloves?
Well, yeah, the way I see, you know, he has pretty good boxing skills. You know, he got a good jab and things like that. And yeah, he's a warrior. You know, he goes for the fight. He doesn't back up. You know, from a good fight. And I think that's the most important point about him. I know he's gonna be there like hungry for this victory. He's gonna come up very strong against me, and that makes me even more excited for this fight, because I'm ready for that, man. I can't wait, actually, you know, to show all of you guys what I can do when I'm feeling the way I'm feeling right now. You know, it's kind of a new start for me. I just uh, discover myself again, you know, as a fighter, and it makes me feel very good, and very excited, because I know I still have, even with 40 years old today, I still have a lot to show.
Can I ask, obviously, a perfect scenario, win this, stay healthy. Do you ever consider some of the other things? I mean, we hear about, the PFL doing things, some of the other companies. Obviously, boxing. I think a lot of fans would love to see Cigano take a boxing fight at some point. I mean, do you think a lot about some of those other opportunities, or do you take it just one fight at a time?
One fight at a time, of course, but I think a lot about the boxing opportunity. I'm looking forward to this. You know, now that Francis Ngannou starting on doing that, you know, he did a great job against the Tyson Fury, who's amazing. You know, the greatest heavyweight probably of the whole time. You know, and you know what Francis Ngannou did, that was amazing. So I've been saying this since 2012. You know, I really want to have my opportunity on boxing. I know I can bring a lot of trouble, and not trouble. I can beat all of these guys. You know, even the top ones. Like right now, like we talk about what Deontay Wilder, and Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, any of them. You know, Francis Ngannou did what he did. You know, he doesn't really have speed. He doesn't really have footwork. He has power. He's strong. You know, we gotta respect that thing. You know, he can knock anyone out. But in my case, I'm not an easy target. You know, I move a lot. I put myself in a good position to really enjoy the moments. And I also have knockout power, man. So I'm looking forward for something like that, you know. And I really believe that would be something very special for my career.
I'd like to ask you about some of your friends. Alexandre Pantoja, recently on Embedded, very just kind to you, spoke some nice things about, hey, this is my example, this is my guy that I follow, Junior dos Santos. He's in such a great moment in his career. What does it mean to you to have, he shows you that respect and recognition publicly out there as he's in this moment as a champion now?
Yeah, Pantoja is amazing. You know, I have the privilege, you know, to have some amazing people around me. You know, and Pantoja is one of them. I'm so happy for everything what he's doing on his career. You know how he's doing everything. You know, in a good way, and it makes me very excited. I admire him a lot. You know, the way I see him training all the time. There's no bad times with that guy. You know, he's always working hard, always putting in a good moment at the gym, and always with that good energy. You know, like myself, I think we have some a lot
In common?
related. You
Yeah.
know, personality. You know, in terms of our personalities. That's why we kind of understand each other a little better, you know. And I'm so happy for him, everything what he's doing. And I feel like it's also a privilege to have someone like him, you know, a champion like him, a warrior like him, you know, like to use myself, my journey, my experiences as a also as an example, you know, or something like that to make them move
To help
forward on
him
their
out. Yeah.
career. It's just amazing, you know.
No, well, look, it was definitely very heartening to see. Also, just another question. I asked Jorge about it. Obviously, living in Florida, the UFC coming next week to Miami. You guy from ATT, Dustin Poirier in a big fight. Will you be there with everybody supporting Dustin at home, or what are your plans? I
I
assume
want.
anytime it's a big fight, ATT always shows up for everyone.
Oh yeah, that's 100%, especially here. Yeah, 100%. We're gonna be there supporting Dustin, you know, which is also an amazing guy. And yeah, I'm looking forward actually to it. And I hope, of course, we have many things happening all the time, you know. And I hope I can make it and be there, you know, in person to really watch the fights and enjoy that moment with them, with all of us together.
My final question before I let you go, Junior. It's not often. If you look behind me, I have this guy over here from a lot,
Yeah.
about what is this, maybe 12 years ago. Can you just talk to me a little bit? What do you remember most from that moment, this event right here with Kane and Fox and everything else?
That was a special moment, you know, of my career. You know, Ken Velasquez is you know, and a very important part of my career. You know, the way everything happened for us. You know, it was very special, and brought me to this moment now. You know, in my life. Uh, well, everything what happened to my life, you know, brought me here to this moment, and I have to tell you, you know, I'm a very happy man. I'm a blessed man. God really likes me, you know, and I try to be as best as I can to kind of keep going on this way, you know. And the most important thing is that I was always there for a good challenge. Like I was there, you know, for 3 times with Ken
Mhm.
Velasquez, and yeah, that's what excites me the most. You know, to have always a good challenge in front of me, and that's why I'm still here.
Well, I was there for that one. It was definitely a beautiful performance, beautiful night, very epic. We're expecting a lot more and another great fight this Saturday, taking on Alan Belcher, March 2nd in Orlando, Kia Center. Junior, best of luck. Thank you for the time.
Thank you and take care.